I think it would be more accessible to people of all backgrounds and incomes to have affordable housing. We see a lot of apartment buildings that go higher in pricing. Their demographic is people who could pay more, when it should be focusing on people who have lived in the community but need more affordable and better housing options. Just recently, there was a heavy rainstorm that ruined people's houses and they had nowhere to go. So, if we had other affordable options and more government help, it would be easier for the people of the community to stay living here.
In mid-city, there aren't enough accessible crosswalks. I think our community would benefit from having more crosswalks in higher traffic areas, better signage, and crosswalk sounds. I also think wider crosswalks would be beneficial for walkers that don't feel safe on our current sidewalks, and bike lanes for those who use bikes as their transportation. And for those who use buses as their transportation, they would appreciate AC in the buses for a better ride experience. I believe these things would make people want to use public transportation and city sidewalks more often.
Many of our classmates mentioned different parks like Terralta Park, Rosa Parks, and Adams Avenues Park. They also mentioned recreation centers like the YMCA and city murals like the ones in City Heights, North Park, and Normal Heights. More murals like the ones mentioned would deteriorate people from wanting to graffiti our walls as often as they do. These are all places that could use more investments, upkeep, and more of.
Mid-city would be more adaptable if it was easier for people to cultivate spaces that the community appreciates. For example, small businesses would make it so people could work and be able to maintain their lifestyles in our community. People in our community know what they want to have access to and spend their money on, so they would be able to adapt storefronts and the businesses can adopt them based on their likings. Mid-city would be more equitable if crosswalks were more usable by having crosswalk sounds and more space so they are safer for pedestrians. Many students mentioned upgrading the streets as a way to make our city more resilient and having more rain tolerance.